when the military campsite that hosted 95 Libyans in South Africa was discovered in White River in Mpumalanga, I said, for sure, there is other military bases in South Africa. I said there must be one in Limpopo. I said there's definitely one in the Western Cape, probably one also here in the Northern Cape. And my prediction was right. Last week, another military base was discovered in Limpopo, Mudimule. And this one, they recovered a lot of guns there. So you guys tell me, what is the limit? What is it that we don't see here? What is going on in our country? Why is our security in so much threat? And why is it that African people are not worried about this? Are you guys aware that our army can't protect us against rebels if they pop up here? Especially if those rebels are sponsored and supported by countries like the US, China, and all these other big houses? Do you guys understand the threat we have in our sight, right underneath our nose, with this thing of the military base camps popping out everywhere? Do you guys have an idea of what is happening?
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane Zinjiva Sono, and we're back at it again with another one. And this time around, I'm speaking about the second military base that was discovered now in Limpopo. I don't think we South Africans understand the level of threat that this type of military bases are threatening, are going to cause South Africa. The level of pain. Let me remind you guys that our army is deployed in Congo to fight the M23 rebels there in Congo because of the minerals. You know, Congo is the richest country in the world when it comes to minerals. But the main reason they are fighting there is because of the cobalt. The cobalt mines that mineral has been used for batteries and solar and all of those things, and you know that the world is moving into that direction of batteries and leaving the fossil fuels and everything alone. So that's why the phones, the TVs, the cars, the everything needs that mineral there in Congo. That's why you see the war that is happening there. And because Africa has got absolutely no unity, rebels are holding the whole country in ransom. In fact, the whole of SADC has sent their army there, including South Africa, and we're not winning against the rebels. So you tell me, if 95 Libyans could come here and successfully finish their training and send 95 again, and another 95 within a span of 3 years, they can have 300 well-trained army people. And if you give those people good ammunition, good weaponry, good technology like flying, bombing drones and all of those things like the M23 have, they will defeat the South African army. I promise you. We know they can defeat the South African army because the South African army, including other armies, can't defeat the rebels in Congo. So that's how we know we are not safe. You know, guys. So now to see, and remember, white people are always involved in this because white people are working with this notion. This Afrikaners, Mr. Base. Mr. Base is the one that owns the one in White River, Limpopo. They are working with this notion that black people are going to rise up one day and fight for their land. White people, this is how they think. That black people, one day they're going to wake up and say, we want to do to you what you did to our ancestors. They walk around with that fear, even though they did not pull the trigger themselves, even they did not hang Solomon Mahlangu themselves, even though they did not kill the youth in June 16, 1976, even though they did not imprison those in Robben Island. But the fear, because this fear is passed on from generation to generation. Behind closed doors, when they talk, white people, they know, hey, these black people, one day they can just wake up. This Julius Malema, these are that fear mongering, Swart Khafar, this Jacob Zuma, he must die, man. He must say, these people are just gonna wake up one day and they're going to want to attack us. So they build the tall walls, they put the electric fence, they put the camera system, they arm themselves. And it's something that I encourage you for our African people. I say, if you don't have a criminal record and you are a man, and even some of you females, get a legal firearm. Our country's crime is scary. People are dying more than in Palestine here. It's crazy. We are competing with the numbers of Palestine. So you can imagine, it's not safe in South Africa. Get yourself a firearm, South Africans. I'm telling you right now. Because when you go to Orania, small children know how to use a firearm. Teenage boys and teenage girls are already in the gun range, learning how to shoot accurately. So now, on top of that threat, we have another threat where people from outside our country are coming to train here, using this white land that you guys don't want land anymore. They're using this white land. The guys that were cooking drugs, that lab that was discovered also in Limpopo for 2 million, or is this Groblersdal, 2 billion rand of a drug lab. It was on a white land. The owner of that land is the chairperson of Limpopo AfriForum. You understand what I'm saying? They are using that land. You guys don't want land. I'm happy, but somehow that our intelligence is discovering these things. But I hope they take it with the seriousness that it deserves, because I believe there is more that is happening around our country. Just underneath our nose, there is more that is happening in Northwest. There's more that is happening in Gauteng. There's more that is happening. They won't go to a busy province like Gauteng. Probably more in Limpopo. Not more than one, not just one, more in Northern Cape. Northern Cape actually is an easier target because of the vastness of Northern Cape. Probably there's more there in Eastern Cape somewhere. That's what I'm saying. You guys can argue with me on the comment section. But if they found one in Mpumalanga and found one in Limpopo, who is to say there's nothing in Northwest? Who is to say there's nothing in the Northern Cape? You understand what I'm trying to say? So it's dangerous what is happening. But the bottom line of these things is formulating strategies underground. It's something that we Africans don't do well. We go with what is on the media and we are reactional. We're not proactive in doing things. We are reactional always. Something happens, then we react. Something happens, then we react. We never plan things ourselves. I'm happy that we planned Paseta. Paseta is one of those plans where we are stopping to be reactional, but we are creating this movement underground to say we need to infiltrate the educational system. Paseta is one of those initiatives that we have, but it cannot be the only one. We need the Paseta legal brains. That is going to be the legal minds that are going to fight cases for black people. Paseta legal mind will challenge AfriForum. We have the skills, we've got the knowledge, we've got the qualifications as African people to do these things, but all we need to do is to unite. Unite, man. Unite. Even now with the Chidima situation, the Paseta legal minds could have went to Home Affairs and forced Home Affairs to release the final report. Because here's Chidima now, she's going to participate in Nigeria. We don't know if she's South African or is her citizenship legal or valid or what is going on? What is going on? You know, those type of things. The racism in Girls High, you need legal minds, black legal minds to go and challenge the outcomes of the SG there, the school governing body that says those children are not guilty. We need to challenge these type of things. We need to take people to court and defend our African people. People are wrongfully arrested. You know, there's so many things that are happening, guys. And it's not only the legal minds that are happening. Paseta tourism is something else that we must do also. Paseta political education. Our people, their political conscience is completely dead. People don't care about politics anymore. Like, it's like black South Africans are like, if only the municipality can work, if ESCOM can work, if I can get a job and buy a Polo or buy a BMW and get a house, maybe in town, I'm happy. I don't want any land. I don't want any minerals. I don't want to bother white people. They have raped and killed us. They have taken everything from us. They continue to control the currency. They continue to manipulate the currency. Let them continue do what they're doing. As long as I have a job, I don't care about other black people. It's like black people, we have now minimized ourselves to that type of level of thinking. You know, yeah, patriotic to South Africa, but only against other black people. So I've predicted that in the next coming months, you guys are going to see a war break out in the townships, not in the towns. Not Alexandra people jumping the streets and fighting the people of Sandton. No, I'm talking about in Alexandra, in Soweto, in Tembisa, in Guguletu, in all of these black and colored areas. You're gonna see black people starting to chase out the Pakistanis, trying to chase out the Nigerians. There will be xenophobic activities happening in South Africa in the next 3 months. Because South Africa's black South Africans' trauma and their anger is always directed to other fellow African people, or the less the people that are not that strong, like your Pakistanis. Yeah, those ones we know in their majority, they are not more than us. But even though last time we saw them, they took out guns that we don't know where those guns are coming from. But this is what is going to happen. Remember that King told you. Remember that King told you. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about the second military base being discovered here in South Africa. What type of a country are we living in? But I guess we still have to be happy that at least they discovered it. But I think they can do more in terms of satellite viewing, drones and all of those things. They can do more. I believe there's more. I'm not going to be shocked if another one gets identified, especially in my province, Northern Cape. I'm not going to be surprised. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Don't forget to tune in on African Mojolo with your boy King. That's our sister channel where we speak about relationship, marriages, and everything in between from an African point of view. Until we meet next time, don't forget to pray. After you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.